What's going on, everybody? This is Al from PlaybookGamer.com, and today we're going to look at some of the more underrated run-heavy playbooks in college football 26. Now, when I think run-heavy, I think basic runs. You could throw RPOs in there if you want to. I'm not going to cover option-heavy attacks. That's another video for another day. But I'm talking about basic runs with your halfback. You could be with a quarterback. You could be with the receivers. And in no particular order, we're going to go over some you may not be thinking of. Now, if you want to look at some of the more popular run-heavy playbooks, look at the pro-style types. I'm talking like Michigan, Michigan State, Iowa, Louisville. Those are classic heavy run type stuff with play action on top of it. But let's go look at some playbooks here that you may not have thought of that I think got some really cool things in it. And in no particular order, let's start off with Kentucky. This is a multiple playbook. It's pretty much 1/3 shotgun, 1/3 single back, and 1/3 pistol. The big reason for this is it's very jet sweep heavy. So if you need a good jet sweep playbook, you're really going to like this one. But you just look at some of the formations here. Nothing too out of the ordinary from the shotgun. As you can see, just a little nice variation. It's got a good amount of single back, as you see right here. Some 2 tight end looks and some 11 personnel if you need it. And it's got a nice little dose of some pistol. But I want to go over to the play types and let's talk about the runs. So there's 129 basic runs on top of some RPOs that we could look at. Let's start off with the runs. And I want to do it from the play type section. It's a little bit easier and more clear at what you got here. 74 inside runs of some sort, whether it's inside zone, power, or trap. You're going to have a ton of right here. This is where your run game starts. And 74 is more than what you would ever need. As you could tell, plenty from shotgun, from single back, and some from the pistol formations as well. Outside handoffs, 23. Now, these are where a lot of these jet sweeps, especially from under center, are going to come from. Any type of jet sweep from shotgun and pistol, a lot of times they're jet touch passes. They kind of treat them as pass plays. It just kind of depends on the play, of course. But you can see here, that's plenty of outside running if you need it. You got a handful of pitches. You got 14 counters you can have some fun with. 7 draws, only 1 fullback run, and that's at a goal line. And QB run, you got a little bit here. You got a QB wrap. You got some more like jet sweep type thing if you needed it as well. And you go over to your RPOs. You got like 5 reads, you got like 6 peaks, and you got 20 alerts. But again, these are half runs, half passes, so I want to treat these as part of your base run game. So you got plenty of good stuff right here. Again, the big thing you want to just pay attention to is this outside handoff stuff, all the jet sweep. Again, this is what this playbook is all about. This is the base of it. Inside zone, jet sweep on top of that, and you can run, like you see here, like a fake jet sweep if you needed it. So again, a really cool playbook if you really need a lot of jet sweeps, but if you also need some variation in your formations, a la some gun, some single back, and some pistol. Next up, we have the Illinois multiple playbook. This is the Brett Bielema offense. If you remember him when he was at Wisconsin and Arkansas, they were very under center, single back, even some I formation. Well, he has branched out a little bit more, doing a lot more gun-based type stuff. And I think you're really going to like this one. It's got a lot of good runs in it. Starting off, formations, plenty of shotgun, as you see right here, like with most playbooks in this game, just various types of personnel and whatnot. You can spread them out really big if you needed to. Plenty of empties, which I think is pretty nice. We got a good amount of pistol if you need it, which I think is pretty good as well. And you also got a decent amount of single back, but a lot of this is heavy base. Look at this, that wing flex close, but look at that ace wing heavy. That's a fun little formation. Ace overload, again, very tight end centric. We even got a wildcat formation, but let's go over to the play types and let's look at the runs. As you can see here, 129 runs, same amount as what Kentucky had. Inside handoffs, 75 of these, plenty of them. It's going to be, again, more inside zone, power, things of that nature. You even got a power O out of a gun formation, which you don't see that too often. I'm going to go ahead and call this one. You're just pulling that front side, right side guard, and then you're just getting whatever you can out of it. Again, that's just an oddball type of play out of a formation that normally doesn't have that type of concept. I think that's pretty cool. But plenty of inside stuff if you need it. Outside, plenty of stuff here as well. A lot of this is going to be outside zone based. So the Kentucky playbook we looked at is very jet sweep heavy. This one, not so much. But if you just want to run basic outside zone via stretch, off tackle, as you can see right here. This is just an absolute great playbook for that. We got 5 pitches if you need to toss the ball around a little bit. You got some counters, 15 of these. These go really well with all those powers that we looked at. We also got 8 draws, a little bit more than what we saw in the Kentucky playbook. We got a fullback run at the goal line, and then we only got 1 QB run at a goal line, so this is not a QB run heavy attack. You only got 21 RPOs, but again, you could run as well from these as you can from anything else. You got 3 reads, you got 4 peaks, and you got 14 alerts, which seems to be more than enough. Good thing about some of these alerts is your top wide receiver tends to get these more often. Like this motion RPO alert power screen, that is meant for your number 1 receiver. Same with the one RPO here on the right. I like those. Nothing wrong with going to a bubble to a slot receiver, but sometimes you just need to get the ball to your best receiver. So again, you got some really good stuff in here. If you just need more outside zone, just more tight end heavy type stuff, I think you can't go wrong with this playbook. I really like it. Next up, we have the Iowa State Power Spread playbook. Matt Campbell, I'm a big fan of his. I love his offense. He has a lot of fun run stuff, especially from the formation standpoint. Let's start off with those formations. So we got plenty of shotgun, but it starts off with like a really heavy tight end look, and you got more 2 tight end love. You're going to see a lot of offset tight end looks like this right here. Wing Y off weak. That's a rare formation. You keep on going again, just a lot of tight end love. Then it gets more to your 11 personnel, and you start to spread them out a little bit more. As you see here, you even got some 4 wide stuff as well. Even got a little bit of empty if you need it. We also got a little bit of pistol. We got ace, we got strong, and that is it. And then we got some I formations. So this is another reason why I really like it. The variety of formations. When I say formation, I'm thinking gun, pistol, I, power. Sets are the actual formations themselves. So I form Hulk, that is a set. But in terms of formations, the variety is great. But look at the I stuff. We got Hulk, which is a cool little formation. We got I tight. And then we got some power I. Again, nothing wrong with running the ball from these old school formations. You can get some good stuff out of it. You got strong and tight. We even have Maryland I. Yes, throw a couple fullbacks in there. In this case, they don't have any fullbacks. They got a bunch of tight ends. But you got 2 Maryland I form or sets, which I think is pretty neat. So let's go over to the play types. And notice we got 135 runs. So plenty to work with here. Inside handoff, 80 of them. Zone, power, you name it. We got some inside zone split. We got some trap. Just your typical stuff, but 80 is more than what you would ever need. Plenty of power, power O, things of that nature. We even got a halfback power G. I love this type of play. This is a front side guard puller. This one's at a pistol. See if I can get up the field a little bit, pick up a few yards. So a front side guard pulling play, I think it's just really fun to fool around with. Not too many of them in this game. 14 outside handoffs. As you could tell, most of this is just going to be your stretch off tackle. We got 11 pitches. This is actually one of the higher amounts in the entire game. Like, that's not an option playbook. But look at this. Plenty of toss, plenty of buck sweep. We got a pin pull, which I think is pretty cool. I'm actually going to call that one. You don't see this one too often either. You're just pulling a guard. You're moving some dudes around. You just got to get decent blocking, of course. But anyway, that is in there if you need it. You keep on going. We got, let's see, we got 14 counters. I want to bring that up. So plenty of counters. You got like doubles. You got that halfback counter at a pistol ace where you're pulling a guard and a tackle, or you can do double guards. I mean, there's just a lot of ways to do it. We got 5 draws. We got 5 fullback runs. So the reason why we have 5 fullback runs is all that I formation, all that power, all that Maryland I. 5 is a really high number in this game, trust me, because Lord knows the fullback isn't used enough anymore these days. But you got plenty of those, and you got 6 QB runs. Most of these, as you can tell, are from the shotgun, but you do got a QB sneak from Maryland I as well. Again, just a nice variety of stuff here. We also got 31 RPOs. We got 7 reads. We got 15 peaks. We also have 9 alerts. This is one of the rare playbooks that has more peaks than alerts. Most playbooks have more alerts than anything else. So, I mean, this is one of my favorite run-heavy playbooks that most would not be thinking of. Again, it just kind of comes down if you really want to use plenty of the under-center stuff. Power, and Maryland I. If you do, definitely check out this playbook. Next up, we have the Kansas State Power Spread playbook. This one has a good portion of shotgun, some pistol. It also has a really high amount of I formation. It also has some strong. So this has a good formation variety. If you look at some of the shotgun formations, mostly one back. It's got plenty of 2 tight end looks, 3 wide receiver looks. If you need it, you can start spreading the defense out, as you see with some of these formations here. Got a couple of empty formations you can have some fun with. When it looks at the pistol, you got like 6 of them here. We got some 2 back looks. Then you get into some 2 tight end looks. Plenty of 2 tight end love. Then we get into the I formation. So if you're going to do any type of I formation, this and the Texas A&M playbook are really close to each other. But this one's got close. We got wing, wing over, and tight. And that, again, this is actually a high amount for any type of playbook in this game. I formation just isn't used as much anymore. We got 1 strong formation, but it is a heavy formation. It's twins over to one side, so you're really forcing it on the one side with that defense. Let's go look at the play types. We got 139 runs. Starting off, we got 77 inside handoffs. As you can see here, it's going to be your basic inside zone. It's going to be your power, things of that nature. Anything between the tackles, they are going to dump it here. We got 16 outside handoffs. We got more reverses than usual than what we've seen so far. We got a pin pull sweep. We got more reverses. Then you also going to throw in some of your outside zones, things of that nature. We also got 4 toss plays. We got 14 counters. We got 4 draws. We got a few fullback runs. One's from I form wing, one from I tight. Then we got 21 QB runs. I think I've talked about this one in my QB run video. This is why you pick this playbook. It just got a ton of QB runs. I'm going to go ahead and just select a basic QB power. Really fun stuff if you can just get decent blocking, and you can do some really cool things. You're just adding that 11th man to the field, and you're just equating the numbers the equal out with what the defense is throwing at you. But 21 QB runs. Again, this is why you're probably going to pick this playbook. When it comes to RPOs, we got 30 of them. We got 3 reads. We got 9 peaks. Notice we got some tight end love with that pop play. Then we also got 18 alerts. These are my favorite types. I like the alert outs. Those are just very simple ones to fool around with. But you got some shock in there as well. So plenty of stuff. And then I'm not even going to talk about the option, but you got 32 option plays as well if you need it. But again, just a ton of runs to go around with. It just comes down if you need plenty of I formation. If you need plenty of I formation and if you need plenty of QB runs, this is the playbook for you, no doubt. Next up, we're going to cover the pistol alternate playbook. I wanted to throw an alternate playbook in here. Make sure you go check out the pro style playbook. It's going to have plenty of runs, but this one, many people probably wouldn't think would have a ton of running. But anytime you're dealing with a lot of pistol, you're going to have a lot of basic runs, which we're definitely going to have here. As you see here, this is going to be as good as a pistol playbook as you can find. I did not cover this in my underrated pistol video because this isn't underrated. Anybody would think, hey, I want to run a pistol offense. What am I going to pick? This is where I would start. Look at all the amount of pistol you got to fool around here with. We also got 1 shotgun formation, empty base trio, and we even got a wishbone formation, which I think is pretty neat. Let's go over to the play types and let's talk about the runs. 146 runs. That's a lot for an alternate playbook. 86 inside handoffs. You name it, it is going to be in here. Pullers from between the tackles with power. You got some power O. You got basic dive, inside zone split. I'm going to show you a zone split. I think these are really fun. Anytime you got like an offset tight end or like a fullback in this case, him coming across the line like that could be really fun to throw an out, a backside blocker on a defensive end or a linebacker like that. I think that's just really neat to fool around with some of those. So you got plenty of those. We got 25 outside handoffs. So this may be the highest amount of outside you're going to see in this video because it's a lot of pistol. A lot of pistol means there's going to be a lot of stretch. As you see here, stretch, wide zone. You got a little reverse in there if you need it. We got 2 pitches and we got 22 counters. So all that power we looked at earlier from the inside handoff section, you got plenty of counters to go with it. We got 8 draws. So draw is not a big one in the pistol, but in this playbook, it kind of is, but it makes sense. This is the pistol alternate playbook. We got a couple fullback runs. The one you're going to be using the most will probably be at a wishbone tight. And we only got 1 QB run. So this is not a QB run heavy attack. You do got 18 RPOs. This is not why you picked this playbook, but you got 4 reads. You don't have any peaks, but you got 14 alerts. Most of it's bubble based or just like a quick alert to one of your top outside receivers. And then of course, course, if you need plenty of options, you got 38 of them there. But again, you pick this playbook if you need a ton of pistol, but you also need just a ton of running, and we got more of that than what we ever need with almost 150 run plays. Next up, we have the Northern Illinois Multiple Playbook. I'll go ahead and tell you now, this is one of my favorite pro-style playbooks. Yes, the game calls it a multiple. This one's very run, play action heavy, and you can also look at some of the formation. It just screams pro-style at me. But let's go look at the formations first. We got plenty of shotgun, as you see here, plenty of 2 tight end love, and then you get into some of your 11 personnel, as you see here. Then you can start spreading the defense out a little bit more, some of these spread looks, especially you got some of these 4 wide looks. I think it's pretty cool. A lot of it's very tight end heavy, though. Notice number 80, he keeps moving around on us in this one. When it comes to pistol, we got about 5 of these. You got weak slot and strong guy wing. Then you get into the heavy look there, ace slot. Again, very tight end heavy. Then we got some single back. We got about 4 of these. We got ace close, wing X off close, and then wing slot. Notice the theme here: tight ends, tight ends, tight ends. We also got some wildcat. We got bunch halfback strong, and we got jumbo trio, and we got jumbo Z weak, and we got you off trio again. So this is the thing: we got 5 wildcat formation. This is probably the best wildcat playbook in the entire game. Arizona State, I think, is right up there as well. But you got an absolute ton of wildcat. Yes, you are allowed to run some wildcat if you need to. We're going to do some of that here, and I just completely misread that. But again, you got more wildcat than you would ever need. So this is the main reason why you would pick this playbook on top of all this fun run stuff we're about to look at. So you got plenty of wildcat. Let's go to play type. We got 138 runs, 72 inside handoffs. Notice we got some jet sweep action in some of these. It's like the fake jet type stuff. You go to outside handoff, 22 of these. Most of it's going to be stretch, but then we starting to see some actual jet sweep. Again, go to the shotgun. You're probably going to find some jet touch passes. Those are technically pass plays. We got 3 pitches. We got 14 counters. We got 8 draws. We got 1 fullback run. We got 18 QB runs. So a very good QB friendly attack if you're going to run the ball again with your quarterback. But the main reason for that is, notice where we're coming from: wildcat, wildcat, wildcat. Again, this is the big reason why you pick this playbook, for all this wildcat, but you got plenty of other basic runs as well, either from the gun, the pistol, or from single back, with plenty of tight ends built in there as well to help block for you. Last but not least, the UAB spread playbook. Now, I find it interesting they call this a spread playbook because it's got so much variety in its formations. The big reason why you pick this playbook, besides all this fun run stuff we're going to look at, is the amount of different types of formation groups we have. Starting off, shotgun. We got plenty of 2 tight end looks, your 11 personnel like most playbooks do. We got a gate formation. Then you can spread the defense out a little bit more. We got bunch wide, trips, and so got some empty built in there as well. We also got some pistol. As you see here, we got like 6 of these. We got deuce close, wing slot, tight Y off flex, more of your 11 personnel type stuff. And then we got some I formation. We got I pro, I tight. We also got a strong formation. It is strong pro. We got some wishbone. We got 9 plays there at a wishbone tight. And we got some wildcat, you off trips, bunch halfback strong. So again, the variety here I think is great. So we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you just love throwing different looks at a defense, this is about as good as it gets in this game. Let's go over to the play types. And we got 110 runs. This is one of the smaller playbooks, but I mean, 100 plus runs is more than what you would ever need. 55 inside handoffs, again, from all various types of formations. Then you go over to outside handoff. We got 20 of these. I saw some reverses in there. You got basic stretch, more reverse, a lot of reverses. Again, I'm going to try one of these. I'm not the best at them. I'm going to let this go. I'm going to fake that one, and we're going to keep it. Yeah, I should have just handed that off to the receiver. But anyway, plenty of reverses in this one if you need them. And that's going to come from your outside handoff section. But there's actually more reverses here than jet sweeps. We got 2 pitches. We got 9 counters. We got 10 draws. This is the smallest playbook we've seen so far. It feels like it, but it also has the most amount of draw. Maybe because it's a spread playbook. But you got fullback runs. We got 4 of these, but look where they're coming from. I tight, strong guy pro, wishbone. And we got 10 QB runs. We got a direct snap, QB wrap, some blast and powers, power extras, some sweep. I'm going to call this sweep. If I can get a halfway decent block, and I'm going to have some real fun with this one. Let's see. Can I get nope, I just couldn't get around that guy right there. Either way, plenty of QB runs to fool around with. So you go and look through here. We got 27 RPOs. We got 6 reads. We got 6 peaks. We got 15 alerts, just your typical stuff right there. So again, plenty of fun things, but the big reason why you pick this, it's similar to the Iowa State playbook. Do you need some gun? Do you need some pistol? Do you need some eye? Do you need some strong? Do you need some wishbone? Do you need some wildcat? If this is what you need, plenty of variety of looks from all over the place, then this is definitely the playbook for you. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later.